We'd like to start the regular press conference by Minister Hayashi. Minister, the floor is yours. Thank you very much. I do not have any opening statements. I would like to take your questions now. We'll take your questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. When you're designated, please come to the nearest microphone to you and state your name and affiliation, and then go on to your question. So we'll take the first question. Miki-san, would you like to start, please? Thank you. Miki from Nihon Keizai Shimbun. I would like to ask about the bond issued by JICA, the environmental organizations of the 5 countries, including U.S., Australia, and Japan, have asked that SEC carry out investigation into these bonds. I believe there is a major description that the funds should not be designated for coal-fired power generation, but then this is already been done in Bangladesh. Can you tell us the situation, please? Yes, we are aware of the press reports about this matter. As far as the details are concerned, I would like to suggest that you ask direct questions to JICA. Now, JICA has said, with regard to the funds raised through the bond issued, there are clear conditions attached, and they're not to be utilized to finance coal-fired power plant projects. That is the explanation which we have received. Next question, please.
Abe-san, please. Abe from Yomiuri newspaper. The other day on the TV program, Minister Hayashi talked about that the other day there was a telephone conference and you were invited to visit to China. And how are you going to deal with that moving forward? The other day, on the 18th, in the Japan-China Foreign Ministerial telephone talk from the State Minister Wang Yi requested me to visit China. However, at this moment, nothing has been decided. Next question, please.
Chiba-san, your question, please. Thank you. Chiba from Sankei Shimbun. I would like to ask a related question to the previous question. Mr. Sato of the LDB, the Foreign Affairs Committee, has said that while the diplomatic boycott is being discussed, any visit to China would represent a very wrong message. So do you believe the visit to China could actually send a wrong message to the international community? Are you concerned about that situation? I would appreciate your thoughts. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, with regard to any visit, my visit to China is concerned, nothing has been decided at this moment. Now, if I were to add further, as far as China is concerned, we would like to coordinate with countries that with whom we share universal values, make firm resolutions, and ask China to take resolute and responsible action. Thank you.
Maida of Kyodo newspaper about the tennis player of China. What is your government stance? There has been criticism from the West, and what kind of actions are you going to take as a Japanese government? As for the female tennis player from China, Ms. Ben Shuai, over her situation, so far many stakeholders raised concerns. As the Japanese government, as soon as possible, these concerns should be eliminated as early on, and we would like to pay close attention to relevant information or situation. Next question, please.
Next question, please. If not, yes, Maida-san, please go ahead. Thank you. Maida here from Kyoto Press. I'd like to ask about the possible boycott of the Beijing Games. Of course, there was the question over the Beijing Games. There's the question of the human rights situation in China. As far as the government is concerned, are you considering the possibility of diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Games? As far as Japan is concerned, we believe that universal values such as respect for freedom, basic human rights, and rule of law also be ensured in China, as well as these are universal values in the international community. And with regard to our position, we have repeatedly and darkly approach China at various levels. In any event, as for the response of the Japanese government vis-à-vis the Beijing Winter Games are concerned, nothing has been determined at this juncture.
Any other questions? Now we would like to conclude the press conference. Thank you very much. Thank you.